Hi, year ones. It's Miss Allison here again for your weekly drama lesson. This week, I want you to do some fun creating at home, and I have a few different ways that you can show me your learning. Do you remember way back a few weeks ago when we were all together again? We were talking about time machines, and one very clever boy in year one reminded me that we were learning about time machines and traveling back to see all the different times and countries in the past. So thanks for sharing your special art book with me, Jonah. It was wonderful. Now, it reminded me when Jonah sent me that, I have a wonderful book as well about time travel, and it's called Diary of a Time Traveler. Look at this funny guy. He really looks like he's having fun going through time, isn't it? I won't read you the whole book here, but I'm going to read you the first bit and then my favorite part. It all started when I fell asleep in history class. Next thing I knew, there was a sharp knocking on my desk, and Professor Temple was standing over me looking distinctly unimpressed. "Keeping you up, are we, Augustus?" she asked, one eyebrow raised. I can't do that. I can only raise one eyebrow. Both eyebrows. Can you raise one eyebrow at a time? I don't think I can do it. I sighed. Sorry, but history is just a bit, boring. Boring? Now she looked even more unimpressed. I tell you what, I'll show you something to change your minds. She gave me this book full of blank pages and a little yellow pencil. See, there's the little yellow pencil, and there's the book, and there's Augustus. "Why do you think the world is as it is today?" she asked. "Don't you ever wonder who invented all the incredible things around us? Where our buildings, languages, customs, and technologies come from? Imagine if you could go back in time 1,000,000 years. Wouldn't you like to see for yourself how the world has changed since then?" "Yeah, like that's gonna happen," I scoffed. "Go home tonight," she said, "and think about an event from history that you'd like to find out more about. Write it on the first page of this book, and then get ready." "For what?" "Just wait," replied the professor, heading for the door. As she left, she looked over her shoulder and winked. "See you later," she said. And then Augustus begins to go on all of these amazing journeys back through time. He goes as far back as 1,000,000 BC. He goes to Britain when they're building Stonehenge, that big stone circle. And ancient Egypt, we know all about that. Ancient Greece, and this is my favorite picture of all. I love this one. This talks about the building of the Great Wall of China. He went back all the way to 211 BC, to when the emperor was building the Great Wall that crossed all the way around his country to keep it safe from intruders. I love this one because it's one of the places I've visited. Honestly, walking along the Great Wall was one of the best things in my life. I'm going to put a picture up so you'll see just how cool it was. I love this picture because it reminds me of that time. And I also love these 4 emperors here and his helpers in their nice bright clothing. I think the patterns look really nice against that gray sky. And the book goes on and on and on through history, all the way until landing on the moon, which I know you looked at in year one. So very cool, isn't it? This is a really cool book, Diary of a Time Traveler by Nicholas Stevenson. So thanks, Jonah, for reminding me about time travel. Now this week, what we're going to do is take some time to think about, if you could build a time machine, what would it look like? Another way that you might want to make a time machine picture for me is just by simply drawing one. Here's mine. So here's my time machine. There I am with my big curly hair, and there's an empty seat waiting for you, ready to go on a journey. So I thought that a square would be a good shape for my time machine. So I started with my shape of my box, but maybe you think your time machine should be a circle or a triangle or any old shape. We know that we need some power to our time machine, so I put some jets at the bottom with some nice fire coming out to show. When we talked in class about what a time machine needed, you reminded me that we need some dials to choose what time we want to go back in time to. Do we want to go back in time 10 years or 100 years or 1,000 years or maybe even 10,000 years? And here I have some gears. Those are things that move together to get the time rolling. Inside my time machine, I've got my not a steering wheel, kind of like handlebars, almost on a motorcycle. And I've got a bunch of dials and buttons and things that whir and move. We've got a clock to show where we are, and of course, when we are in time. And every time machine needs a seat belt, right? We always want to be safe. So I put a seat belt. Now, my special feature for my time machine is a bit of a space dome on top. It's a sphere shape, and inside my space dome, there's a big telescope so I can go out and watch the stars as I fly through time and space. And of course, I want to be able to call home, so I have to have a tower so that I can use my phone and my WhatsApp to call home to my family and my friends when I go on my time machine journey. What will your time machine look like? So one thing that might be fun to make your time machine is to make a tiny one out of maybe a box that you have lying around the house. This is a small one that I found, but any old box will do. This is something you might need help with. I used my knife to cut open a door, so I know that whatever toys can go on my time travel adventure with me. So get Mom and Dad to help you cut a hole in the box for the door. And then I thought tin foil or aluminum foil would be a good thing to cover my time machine with, because of course there's always a lot of metal when we make sciencey things. So I've taken some aluminum foil and I've used some glue just to stick down on the surface of the box. And that's going to be the outside of my box. Okay, so now Mom and Dad as well will just very carefully just cut along that. I'm using my fingernail there. And I know that my door can open and close. So I'll just put a little bit more glue onto my box. And then there we go. I've taped down my door. Okay, so now I have a shiny box to be the base for my time travel machine. And now I've got to turn it into something really special. How could we decorate this? Let's see, we could look around the house for recycled materials, maybe some old plastic egg cartons. We could stick them on the front to be the dials and the gears that move. Or maybe we could just use our coloring pencils. Grab one here, let's see, like a nice dark purple. And we could start to draw on some of the features of our time machine. Back in class, we talked about what we needed in a time machine, that we would need a clock. We would need a lot of levers and things that move to control it. I could even stick some other bits of white paper and really turn it into an amazing time machine. So, this week, do our drama warm-up, get your body moving, get your mind focused, and ready to get creative. After you do your drama warm-up, you're ready to do some creating. Will you draw me a picture of your time machine? Will you maybe use your Lego cubes to make a time machine? Will you make a tiny time machine out of a box for your dolls or your little toys to travel in? Or maybe if you have a big giant box at home, you can make a time machine out of that with Mom and Dad's help. Have fun this week creating. I can't wait to see what you make, year one. I miss you. Mwah!